Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch today's video. It's going to be very short, I promise you. I won't keep you too long, but I just want to say thank you to those of you who have continued to support me since day one. Thank you for my subscribers. Thank you for those of you who have invested in this channel financially. That means a lot. And if that's something you'd like to do, you can find 3 opportunities to do so in the description of my videos. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Live to Learn Coaching. That's also in the description as well. But at the end of the day, if you can just share this video with someone, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, or even subscribe, that would be much appreciated. So my topic today is hope. H-O-P-E. It's a short word, but it's a very powerful word. And this comes off the back of yesterday, which is nationally celebrated as Easter Sunday. Now, I want to talk about Easter Sunday. What is that? Why do we celebrate it in this country? What some of the history behind it? Basically, it is a celebration of not only spring, but biblically there is a story, and it's in a collection of books in the Bible called the Gospels that tell the story of the Christ, Jesus, and that he was killed but rose again 3 days later in triumphant fashion. Now, this is something that it's faith-based. It's in the Christian tradition as we know it. I'm not here to debate it. I'm not here to talk about whether you need to believe it's true or not. In fact, according to the Bible itself, it's not even my job. It's not even anyone's job. It's God's job, right? And if there's a God who created us, I'm pretty sure that God knows how to get a hold of us. Anyway, but based on that, right, that story, this event, it's about hope. It's about promise. It's about a hope for something new. So I want to talk about that word, hope. H-O-P-E. The H, I want to say that stands for humility. Again, going back to the story of the Christ, the humility that it takes to have all the power in your hand. See, it was believed that this Christ was God and man all at once, all together. But to have the humility to submit to death on behalf of someone else, even when you could do whatever you needed to do to stop everything at that moment. So for me, that H stands for humility. Humility, right? Knowing that, hey, when I'm in a bad situation, when I'm in a bad spot, it's not always going to be that way. And when I'm in a great place, be humble enough to understand that you can appreciate it even more because you know what it's like not to be in such a great place. And as my late grandfather, Dr. Jesse Miranda, used to say, success and failure share this in common. They're both liars. And that's just to be mindful of what's happening in your present situation. It's your present situation. It's not the whole situation. It's not always going to be that way. The second letter is O. H, humility. O, ownership. The Christ takes ownership of his responsibility, of his mission, even to the point of death. Now, whether you believe in the Christian faith or not, you've got to admit that's pretty admirable. For us to take ownership, to put someone else before us, right? I have children. I have another generation that's coming after me. I'm taking ownership of my mission, of my commitment to fulfill that to the end. So O stands for ownership. P, what does the P stand for? Pressure. We've heard the analogy, pressure makes diamonds. And I'll tell you what, it sounds great. It doesn't feel great. But pressure is one of those things that we just have to endure. It's just going to build the resilience in us. It's just going to build the strength in us that we're going to need to achieve whatever it is that's coming next. See, you never know what you're being prepared for. The Christ felt that pressure and endured it anyway because he knew the end result was going to be something beautiful. What does the E stand for in hope? How about eloquence? Eloquence is simply you being you. No, that's not the dictionary definition of the word eloquence. But it doesn't get more eloquent than somebody embodying who they are and moving through, proceeding through this life as themselves, giving from themselves, of themselves, as uniquely as possible. That to me is eloquence. So we've got humility, we've got ownership, we've got pressure, and we've got eloquence. And when you put those together, you get the word hope. And so I hope this has been helpful to you. Hope is something that we cling to. It's something that inspires us. It's something that keeps us going. And that's a part of my mission. That's a part of why I'm here. That's a part of my service to you and to anyone else who would like to partake in that. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Have a great week.